Hey, what's going on YouTube? My name is Randy with Rogue Games. Today we're going to be doing a comparison on two gaming controllers that I love to use on a day-to-day basis. First controller's up. We're going to be going over the aim controller. This one does have remappable 4 paddles on the back. Been tried and true. Been using it for about 1.5 years now. Love this guy. Next controller we'll be going over is going to be the Xbox Elite Series 2. I also really love this controller. The customization on this controller allows you to choose whatever settings you want, however you like it. 4 paddles on the back. You can even adjust the tension on the sticks on this controller. That's what I love the most about it, and I'll go a little bit more into detail as we continue on. Alright, let's take a dive into this Xbox Elite Series 2 controller here. Main reason why I like this controller so much is the adjustable tension in the sticks. So the left one I have standard. I don't have that adjusted at all. The right one I do have it adjusted to the mid setting. Now when you take off this little cap here, you'll be able to see that little pinhole right in the center of that stick. That can be turned either right or left to adjust it loose or tight. Now I found that with the extended stick that I have on here, having it a little tighter during like Warzone play, stuff like that, it felt a lot better than having it just kind of flop around. And then when I was trying to rank up some guns on some Cold War, I actually put it back to the middle setting so it's a little bit looser. Another thing I really like about this controller is the adjustable triggers. Now these can be adjusted for 3 settings. You can have it at the longest throw, like if you're playing racing games or any kind of sports games, normal games that don't require, the quickest action from point A to point B. You can adjust it in the middle setting. Now this is the setting I use my ADS on, so Call of Duty Warzone, Cold War. This is my aim right here, the mid one. Then of course you can adjust it all the way to the bottom one. Then you can have something really short so it's bottoming out right after you just click that. That's how my trigger goes for all Call of Duty sports play. Also, mostly everything on this controller is customizable. So if you wanted to have the super tall, like Control Freak style stick on the right side or the left side, just pop it off, put it wherever you want. Same thing with the left one. Found that to be pretty cool. You don't have to have any tools, and the magnets have a really good resistance on them. I haven't had any issues that I would dislike on it. I usually like this special edition, like kind of D-pad roller over here. I think it looks better than your general D-pad. The back paddles are removable as well, just in case if you wanted to swap them out, and you remove them like so. Let's put that back on there. Another feature that comes with this controller is the Xbox Companion app. When you download it to your computer, you can actually adjust the stick dead zones. I haven't really started adjusting those yet because I only play for leisure. I don't really play professionally, so I don't really want to bother with that too much. But another favorite aspect of this controller is that when you're trying to figure out what is going to be the best controller setup and button layout that you want to do, is you can actually save them to different profiles, and you can change those on the fly just by clicking this profile button. You can save up to 3 on the controller itself. I think you can save some crazy number like 50 or 100 or something on the companion app. For now, that kind of concludes this Xbox Elite Series 2. I didn't want to go over that, every little single detail, make 10 minutes for each segment, stuff like that. If you guys want to see more, just leave a comment down below, and let me know if you have any questions or if you want to see just a whole dedicated review on this controller, because I'm not going to do like an unboxing or stuff like that. There's just 1,000,002 videos on this controller unboxing it, so yeah, just let me know. Alrighty, next controller in the battle or comparison, whatever you want to call it, is the aim controller. Now this is the aim controller with the V2 spider action paddles is what they call it. This is my old faithful. This one is my favorite controller. I've actually purchased 2 of these within the same year. So it wasn't, my first controller broke, and it wasn't anything of the manufacturer's fault. I actually sat on my controller and straight up broke it. So I sent it back. They fixed the motherboard. I think I had to pay shipping. It was like $15, and the labor was like, I don't know, $35, but it was totally worth it. They were super cool. Just emailed them. They sent me a return label so that I can send them back my controller to fix it. But I bought this when I was playing on PS4. I felt that it was necessary to level up my game as far as playing on console goes, and it was perfect. Super easy to remap. This one had instead of the regular triggers, I adjusted it to have the mouse click triggers, and it is just so amazing. At first it's a little bit to get used to because your fingers are always kind of kicked out at the highest setting to where it's just super out, instead of, you know, being able to put your finger on the trigger and it's like the full range of motion on the trigger. But once you get used to it, oh, you're gonna be snapping, super snappy. It's a little different as far as ADSing as this just a mouse click, so you can keep that one as a full trigger if you want, but I just went ahead and did dual mouse clicks. On the top they actually give you the option for the R1 and L1 to do mouse click on those two, but those already have a short throw, so I didn't really care too much about doing those ones. Now these controllers are remappable on the fly. Once it's powered on and connected to a system, you would just hold the touchpad down. You'll see the red light indicator go ahead and blink, I think it's twice. You would touch the corresponding button that you want to remap to one of the back paddles. So in my case, like I like to jump with the bottom paddle, and I like to slide with the bottom left paddle. So you would just start the remapping sequence. You would hit circle and then touch the corresponding paddle on the back, and you can go ahead and start remapping it. Now there isn't like a definitive winner between these two controllers because I absolutely love them both, and I think they're both worth the money. The one that I would say that I would probably go for more is probably going to be this AIM controller back here. Reason being is that since it's a smaller company, and in my knowledge they're one of the newer like modded controller companies, I would go with this one just simply due to the fact they always have great sales going on these controllers. When I bought my first one, they had something like, you know, type in the promo code Christmas 50 and you get $50 off your build. Now there is a minimum build that they make you do. I think it's like $165 that they make you spec out a controller. Then you get $50 off of that, so you're at 110, 115 plus tax, free shipping. You're good to go. They always have deals ranging from, I think the highest one I seen last year was like $60 off or something crazy like that. So you can find one of those good deals on these controllers. I definitely would hop on this one because you're not gonna find the Elite Series 2, you know, at Best Buy for $115. You know, this thing's gonna be $180 all day long. They're never gonna change it because they don't have to. Now, if you want, you know, something past a modded controller, something past, you know, custom paddles on the back, then maybe the Xbox Elite Series 2 can be for you. It does work well on my PC, and that's what I mostly play on now. This controller worked well on PC too. It's just you couldn't use it wirelessly unless you downloaded like a third-party program to trick your computer that you're using an Xbox controller instead of a PlayStation. I just used it plugged in, so I didn't really have to worry about anything, but it got kind of tedious always having to plug in that wretched micro USB into my computer. So take it for what you will. That's going to wrap up this comparison video between these two great controllers. Thanks for stopping by. If you want to see some more tech stuff, feel free to like, subscribe to the video, whatever you want to do, we'll be here. Thanks. This is Randy with Rogue Games.
Ready to go?